Good morning, guys. Just let me know if you're in and if you can hear me okay. The stream suggest. Wow, what's going on? There we go. Right. Let me have a look. Okay, so just checking the stream settings. Yeah, looks all good. Right. So I'm going to take a look at the markets, and welcome back, guys. It's nice to be back here in familiar home settings. Only thing is I'm still waiting for my account to come out of review, which means it's going to be another day with no trading, I guess. So I don't know why it's taking so long. They said it can take up to 72 business hours, which would be, I think, today. So maybe they're not very happy at the rate it was passed. I don't know, but it says there's no challenges in relation to that. Right, we'll come back to gold in a minute. Gold looks like it's already gone. Yeah, gold has dropped, but look, I think according to what we were seeing yesterday, I still think the move is going to be lower initially. Daily support, got this potential wick to fill should the market continue to break lower. Now, if you look at yesterday's candle, what type of candle was it? Oh, the one good thing about being at home, multiple screens, I can put some music on. So I don't feel like I'm just talking to myself. A bit of background noise. So what type of candle was yesterday's candle? Let me just check what the latency is. It should be about 2 or 3 seconds because we're on ultra low. Right, not that one. Not that one. Okay, so that one. Okay, I can't find it. So basically, guys, I'm just trying to work out why no one's answering. Can you hear me? Obviously you can because you said bless you, but let me bring up YouTube. I want to see how far behind you guys are as to why no one's answering what type of bloody candle yesterday's candle was. Okay. 1, 2. Yeah, 2 seconds. Okay, so it's a 2 seconds lag. So I've asked what type of candle yesterday's candle was about a minute ago, and there still isn't a reply. Keyboard's not working, fingers not working, coffee being drank, or can't be asked. It's one or the other, one or the above. So I'll try it again. What candle was yesterday's candle? Okay, bullish at the start. Anna, thank you very much. Inside candle. So what does that tell us? Okay, yeah, it kind of tells us it's a pause in the market, and a pause in the market depending where it's at. So let's say this was at support. Let's say the inside candle came here. The inside candle came here or here, then I'd be interested in looking at an inside candle. Now, for potential reversal. Now look here, market strong movement lower, inside candle, where does it come? It comes where the market is retesting previous resistance, which potentially is old new support. Old resistance, new support. Inside candle, the low gets broken, new movement starts. Here, we're not near resistance or support, so I would favor a move lower to continue. Okay, that's how I'd favor it. That's how I would make my decisions. So we've got strong movement. Yes, it is a correction. This probably just a pause in the correction. This is how I'm seeing this move. So I would be looking for further moves lower. Looking at the 4 hour. So let's just clear these levels now. So 4 hour new support is here. 4 hour old support is disappeared. Is there. Resistance is there. Okay, hourly. We're not going to change the hourly level. We're going to change this one though. 30-minute. Look at that. Delightful. Anyone that was looking at momentum entries, that's played out a treat in line with what we were just talking about, where we'd favor a move. So favoring a move to the downside. So now the way I'm looking at this is, so we've broken yesterday's low, but this is the low from the previous day. So now my bias is continue for shorts, but I'd be looking for rotations higher to then sell. So that means we'd be looking for one or two bullish candles on the 15 or the 30-minute, and then sellers to re-enter the market and trade it back down. Then I'd be looking for breakouts of this low here. So bias remains sells. Does that make sense, guys? Lovely jubbly. Right, let's mark it up. Right, there's Forex Factory. Let's see what we've got today. Retail sales for pound in 1 minute 40 seconds. So nothing. Italian bank holiday. Okay, so there's nothing today that's going to affect our charts, really, apart from the obvious. Okay, so we've got no major news. No. Oh, can't spell. So, so we're looking for BPCs. You could look for a potential flip to continue lower. Um, and should the market not stay below here and we get a pullback up above 33.13, then you can start looking for false breaks. Okay, but no false breaks until we get back above this area. So buys above 33.68.7. I just realized. So, uh, retail sales came in above forecast, so some positive news for sterling. For you traders today, all right, there's a flip entry here. Should we get a rotation? Should we get a top wick form? Anyone that wants to trade gold, like I said, I'm not trading at the minute. I'm still waiting for uh, my account. It's just still saying in review, unfortunately. On the checklist for BPC, it normally says 2 plus. Yeah, would you never place it if it is 1 15-minute candle? Um, okay, so if the trend is really, really strong, you can use one as a one bar pullback. But realistically, BPC, you're looking for two candles, and the reason for that is because it's called a pullback. So I don't mind you trading one candle, but that's only if the trend's really, really strong. So known as the gift. Now, it doesn't look like this one's gonna set up. So you probably have to wait for this one now for later in the day. You have to wait for a BPC style trade. So gifts you can trade to fill the wick or flips to fill the wick, which it's not happening. It's already dropped in that space. So that setup is now past us, guys. So let's have a look at the DAX while we're waiting. In fact, I'm just finishing marking this up. Uh, uh, BPC shorts in this zone. Let me just check. Yeah, that zone's lovely. Look at that. It's come straight into the 15 last. The last 15 support. It's literally filled that entire clear candle space. Come straight into it. Now, this is where contrarian traders can look. If this is a bullish 15-minute candle, next candle wicks down, you can look to buy the high and trade it back up. Don't look to try and take it all the way up to the zone. It's where you're trying to trade the correction to then trade the BPC. So never get too aggressive with the corrected trade or the contrarian trade because this has the lowest probability. But if you are trading it down here, you're about as close as you're going to get to support levels. This candle must close bullish though if you're going to look for it, guys. Afternoon, Frankie. Frankie, super well done, mate. Congratulations on getting your first payout. Very happy for you, mate. Um, I know there's been a little bit of frustration in there at times, but you've stuck with it. You've been really, really consistent. You've had good days, bad days like everyone else, but you've really, really Bit of a thick head from last night. Deserved, mate. Deserved. As long as you didn't spend $480 on booze, you're still in the blue. Right. Um, so the question is now, who's going to be next for payout? And as I've been saying, guys, this is the best time there is that I've ever seen for day trading. Absolutely the best. The the markets are printing opportunities several times a day with some serious pips to be grabbed. So, and remember, we've got 1 week left for this month's giveaway as well. So the more accounts you have, 30% up on the following challenge. Awesome, Frankie. Awesome work, buddy. Awesome work. Keep it up. So guys, right now, this is I can't reiterate it enough because these conditions are absolutely perfect. Like I'm going nuts waiting for my damn accounts to get verified. This is the joys, right? Of uh, I'm trying not to get too annoyed because I don't want to jump out of the uh, what do you call it? The starting blocks like a lunatic and do something silly. This really is superb. Once this one gets verified, I'll get more accounts. So basically, what I like to see is, and once, and the whole point of this is, you know, I need to see how these accounts are working, what's good, what's not. See if we can bring in different things for with the setup at Instant FX Capital because it's working really well. The, the only thing that I can't see any better outfits. I really can't in terms of trading conditions because they all have these stipulations that track your progress and then the drawdown moves with your progress. So the fact that it doesn't do that with the incubator account is amazing because right now you do have volatility in the market. So the extra help that you have, maybe for, let's say, an occasional one or two bad trades, is really going to help significantly. And we're seeing this now because the results are just coming through thick and fast from loads and loads of people. So, guys, if you haven't yet, there you go. Get ready. There will be another 500 giveaway at the end of this month, and that'll be for a 5K account that trades all the way up to 100K scaling plan. So time to get involved. All right, let's get rid of these lines. Oh, hold on. Yeah, that's all good. Now, in fact, let's change this. We don't need that one anymore. Uh, in fact, I'll leave this here. I was gonna take it off, so I'm just gonna put cells below. Oh, cells elbow. Wouldn't do very well with that one. 3313.5. Oops, not what I want to do. There we go. Okay, so we're all set. 33, let's call it 69. Bloody hell. I mean, look at that. 800 pip range. I'm just, why is that? Oh, why am I? Ah, that's it's because I put the wrong price in there. I thought that was insane. 33.24. Let's call it 25. 240 pip range. Still insane. 800 would have been nuts. Let's put this close for trade. Okay, there we go. 240 pip range. Now, these trades are possible. One of our members yesterday secured 200 pips in gold. Day trading. Is he in here today, Simon? Or is he having a morning off? So, all right, let's get this shared. Copy image. Right, I'm putting this in the watch list channel, guys. Oops. No. Gold. London. Open. 25th April. All right, let's have a look at the DAX now. Okay, so do you remember what we said yesterday about the DAX yesterday morning? What did we say yesterday morning about the DAX? What type of candle were we seeing on the DAX yesterday morning in the live stream? Do you remember what it looked like? Anyone remember? So there was a question I asked at the beginning of the stream, and I said, what's happening with today's candle?" And Richard answered. Do you remember what Richard said? We're getting all sorts of different answers from everyone. Do you remember what Richard's answer was? No, can't remember. Okay, Richard said grabbing liquidity. So yesterday when we did our live stream, the daily candle, you guys, I thought I had a bad memory. Yesterday's live stream, the market has opened and it was a bearish candle to start with. We were looking at the two previous today's candles. We've got big momentum candles. I said we're probably going to run somewhere up to here. Whiskey, that should help with the memory. Blow out all the cobwebs. So yeah, it was a bearish candle. And I said we're probably grabbing liquidity looking at the way the market's moved. Now, we could see the same thing today. Daily coming in, grabbing liquidity before we break the highs. So buyer still remains long. Okay, buyer still remains long. We just need to look for the opportunities on where to buy. So let's have a look. 4 hour. Do you remember, Anna, because you were saying about the tennis ball yesterday? Potentially, we could be seeing something similar today. Now, buys. What do I want to see? I want to see the market potentially form a BPC, which means I'll be looking for it to pull back somewhere down here. Even all the way down here, I don't mind. Okay, so options are We're looking for buys on a close above. Now we could do momentum entries above here in about an hour. Now, I won't be here. I'll be on the school run. So momentum entries above the highs for momentum traders. If you are just the more conservative type, then you're going to wait for a close above. And you can go all the way down to, if you're going to go down to the 15-minute chart, you're going to look for a close above 22,190. Good afternoon, sir. Right. So, yeah, okay. Oh, shit. There we go. So, buys above 22,190. Now, if you're waiting for a close above here, the momentum entry is going to be about 10 pips higher, 8 pips higher. So that's up to you to decide how you want to enter this market. Now, as you're aware, I'm still waiting for the team to approve my last. I'm just going to check again in case it's not still in review. So let's have a look, see what we've got below here. 22,117, 23, 40 pips. So you got 40 pips. I think if you're going to look for sells, think I'd leave the sells alone, to be fair, guys. You could look. I would leave the sells alone. I would just wait for a buying opportunity. So wherever that may come, if it's up here, so let's just write on here, bias equals buys. We're going to do something similar to what we said here. Oh, I can't spell candles. So we're going to copy that, drag that over here, and we're just going to change it around a little bit. So BPC buys in this zone, wait for 2 bearish candles and buyers to return to buy. There we go. Now, what else do we need to see? What else do we need to see? There's something that's a little bit different here. So if we do see the sell-off, what do we want to see? Because this area is just a little bit more congested, right? So what do we want to see when it sells off? What type of price action? So if it sells off and we're looking for our BPC, what type of trade action what type of price action do we need to see before we can jump in? What do we want to see here? So whenever we're trading, think about conditions we're looking for. Whenever we're trading, we're looking for setups. Why do we put our levels in? What sort of conditions are we looking for? So if the market comes down, what do we need to see when we look left? No, everyone gone to sleep again? Yes, Frankie. Clear traffic. And I presume you're referring to the M1 motorway as opposed to the 1 minute chart. Exactly. Clear space, guys. Clear space. Don't trade if we don't see clear space. So we want to see nice, strong, bearish candles, downrange candles. Yeah, not often you see clear space on the M25, that's for sure. Anyone that's listening that doesn't know London very well, you won't have a clue what we're talking about. So yeah, we want to see nice, strong momentum candles. Then buy candles come in, and that means we'll then, when we look left, we're seeing, let's say if we wanted to sell, we look at this here, we can see that these candles here, nice big momentum candles, is nice clear traffic. We can sell below here and trade into that zone. Whereas if we were looking, I don't know, let's say in this area, it's all congested. We've got small bodies, we've got lots of wicks. It's not easy. So the reason we'd look for breakouts here is because we want this crap to be cleared. So we want the market to come out of that range. Likewise, we don't want to trade sells in here. You could look at it here, but again, you're talking 40 pips. I won't bother with the risk. Wait for it to break. So you could look for sells below here, clear traffic. So this would be the zone. In theory, I'd be looking for your BPCs. Anything below here, because in theory, what I'd be seeing is nice strong candles that take us through that zone, and then potentially it's in free fall. Here you've got, if you're going to look for sells below here, now I've put 22,050. All right, just again, even handle 50, big round number. Wait for the market to get below there, and that would see a change in structure. You'll have had double tops, a sort of minor structure level broken here, where the price rotates higher, creates a lower high, and then breaks. You've had another change in structure, or we're just going to get straight below that. So options there. Now, in fact, I didn't do it on the first chart because I'm not. Okay, in 7 minutes, guys, there could be a setup here. Let me just set an alarm on my phone for 7 minutes. I won't be trading this because, like I said, I'm not trading at the minute. I'm not going to lie to you and say, oh, I'm trading it and don't. What have we got? 6 minutes. So let's do 5 minutes, 30 seconds. There we go. Alarm is set. So this will be a contrarian trade. We're waiting for buy a candle to form at support. It has broken the high. wait for the next candle to wick down, buy the highs, potential 100 to 130 pips up for grabs if the high stays where it is. Obviously, the further it moves up, the smaller the range becomes to trade into. The question for you, how many of you would look at taking this buy setup on gold? Uh, as this is on 15, would you check the M5 for guidance? What guidance do you want to see, buddy? What guidance do you want to see? Level? What, resistance level or support? But look, see this high here? It's higher than this one. So if this candle closes bullish, next candle wicks down, we're buying into free space. So I wouldn't even bother checking it. But the question that you asked there makes total logical sense. Okay, so I just don't like to keep going down the time frame. So if you look 5 minutes, yeah, then what you would have to do from here is you'd have to wait for a 5 minute candle. Hey Peter, how you doing, mate? And thanks for saying hello. No, normally pre-London I just do for members. The only days I do pre-London on YouTube um, is either a Friday or a Monday, but I don't like doing Mondays. Reason being, I always prefer for the US session to come into play. So what I'll do is US sessions 1 p.m. That's usually 2 to 3 times a week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, something like that. Maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. So anything from Tuesday. To be fair, some weeks I was doing all 5 days. Um, so it really does depending on commitments. But yeah, you'll see a few sessions a week on YouTube at 1 p.m. and then at London Open at least once, sometimes twice, but very rarely. Mainly once, mainly on a Friday. The rest of the times I keep just for members. We do that privately on Zoom. So, welcome to the channel, mate. Nice to have someone new on the stream with us. I'm not trading today. I'm just giving setups for members. And again, you'll see me trade live every time, but I'm just waiting for some accounts in review that have just been passed and funded, etc. So once they come back, should be today, tomorrow, today or Monday. So once they're back, then we'll be at it again. Um, I would trade this long, okay, but like I said, I'm not trading today. I'll give the setups exactly as what I'd be doing. Reason being, we've had the market come down. Yeah, we've dropped what, 50 odd dollars. We've come onto a level of support. We've seen the markets pause, giving us an inside candle, exactly what we spoke about earlier in the session, Anna. It's just a lower time frame. Right, okay, the timer's on, but we're still on this chart, so it doesn't matter. We've got 20 seconds. This is a buy, in my opinion. I'm not doing it, guys. So obviously, I can't tell you about management and things like that. You're not going to see me do anything. Um, so closes like this. Next candle, if it wicks down, I'd be buying the high. So it looks like it's going to go without us. As long as you, pleasure, Peter. If it still wicks down, if it still wicks down, I'd look to buy the high of that candle. How much would we be sacrificing? 8, 9 pips. Yeah, no, look, I'd leave it now because that would have, in theory, I think, hit you 10 pips. Yeah, so that would have been TP1 had it ever wicked down, but it didn't, so can't do anything about it. Now we're just looking for BPC cells. So now what we're looking for is another 15-minute candle to push up. We're looking for another uprange candle, so that'll be 2 uprange candles. Um, if we get another one, 3 or 4, fantastic. The further we go up into this clear traffic space, the better. Then we're looking for a seller candle to come down. And then we're just looking for a wick up and sell the lows. So the systems are the same, whether we're buying, selling, whether it's breakouts, false breaks, BPCs, systems are the same, all interlinked. Keep it nice and simple. Did anyone trade a momentum entry on that, or did you leave it? Let me know. Hey Aaron, how you doing, mate? Welcome back. Yeah, I had a couple of weeks away, mate. A little bit of an Easter break. Obviously not away from the members, just from YouTube. The members still had me at London Open while I was on my travels. Surly X, who's Surly? I don't know who's Surly. Is this a new follower, someone new to the stream, or is it someone that's just changed their name? Yeah, no wick's me, so I wouldn't have taken it. Now, if it does come lower, the choices are you can still buy above the highs if you want, but I'd wait. I'd wait. New, hi Surly, welcome to the stream. Whereabouts are you based? The UK, abroad? Whereabouts are you based? And I don't know if you heard, but I'm not trading today. I'm just giving you how I would look at the market today. I will be back live trading hopefully on Monday or maybe later this afternoon. Just got a few accounts that are in review. Just waiting to see. Australia, lovely. What part of Australia are you based? Do quite a bit of work with some Australian brokers, run analysis and social media and different things for brokers over there. You got 5 gold channels open. Wow. Listen, uh, live in New South Wales. So is that you in Sydney then? Now, Surly, if you got 5 gold channels open now, you are the queen or king of multitasking. Because shit, I struggle to listen to one. And what is it about 6:30 p.m. Was it 6:30 p.m. over there now? First, nice. Okay, so look, this is what I was saying. Now you've got the wick down. If it broke the highs, you could have jumped back in, but I would leave it. You want the wick down first. Once the wick down comes in first, and the reason, so for those of you that are new, the reason why I say I want a wick down first, if you think about how you want to, let's say, fire an elastic band, you have to pull it backwards for it to go forward. So if you want to shoot a gun, you have to cock it and then pull the trigger, which clicks the hammer. So it's everything that comes backwards to propel it forwards. So in terms of trading, why do I want it to come backwards first when I'm a buyer? So the purpose is we want the market to attract buyers, right? And how do we attract buyers? We attract buyers by coming to a better price. How do we attract sellers? By going to a better price. As it goes higher, sellers look to come into the market. Why? Because the old saying, sell high, buy low, sell high. That's why I want it to do those kind of things. Then we just put in place a simple set of rules. So um, it's more about the indicators they got going and the ideas mute when I'm not watching. Oh, right. So listen, I'm not going to slate anyone, but I, I indicators. You know what creates indicators, right? I've traded for a good number of years now, since 2009. Now, indicators are created by price. Now, you can look at certain indicators and you can say they're leading indicators. Most are lagging indicators, but they're all created from price. So if they're created from price, why not just read price? If you can read price, you don't need indicators. You can have a nice clean chart. You don't need crap all over it to start gazing at, and then you have one indicator that says a buy, one that's neutral, one that's sell. And then when they all line up, it's probably too late anyway because the market's in a strong trend and price would have told you that anyway. So for me, just read price. But again, that's me. That's me. I've been down pretty much every path you can imagine when it comes to trading. And the only reason I started day trading was when Trump came into power last time, because the markets were just so volatile. I wanted to catch every time I was in a trade. Let's say I was a buyer, all of a sudden a tweet had come out, something was said by Trump or one of his team, then the market just dropped 100, 200 points. And then it went back into the direction. I just kept getting stopped out of moves that, in theory, kind of went the way that I was wanting, but the volatility, the swings were just too big to cope with. It just did my head in, so I started looking at day trading and found my feet with a certain methodology, um, and I've never looked back. And my patience for waiting for trades to move 200, 300, 400 pips when I've got 150, 200 pip stop doesn't quite ring the same tune as when I've got a 30, 40 pip stop and I can get money off at 10 pips, 20 pips, and still get 70, 80 pips out of the market in with an average hold time of about 40 minutes. So that's it's I'm I'm only a newbie. I like the Ichimoku Cloud and Algo. Yeah, Surly, yeah, nice one. Algos, listen, I've Algos are great until they're not great. I've had a lot of good experiences and a lot of bad experiences with algos. They and this runs for, I can go back probably to 2015. I've had, even this year, we had algos that have been performing since 2004 that have blown up this year. Um, never had down years, never had any issues, gone through COVID and then blown up this year, cost fortunes. So yeah, I'm done with algos, I'm done with EAs, I'm done with artificial intelligence for trading. Literally, they all end up in the uh, same situation. It's just a matter of time. Market conditions change. Algos, AIs, EAs, they don't adapt. They can't cope with the magnitude that's been pumped out at the minute. So yeah, exactly. My first trade was the night Nvidia crashed. Oh shit. Yeah, but look, these times, as I'm saying to my members on a daily basis, if you for for anyone trading right now, this is the best day trading conditions I think I've ever seen. You just need a little bit of knowledge, some patience, and sit tight and wait, and the opportunities will present themselves. We're getting members getting payouts, going through the challenges. Um, like you can't believe I've had a couple of non-members pass yesterday, get payouts yesterday. Annabelle, she's got $1,600 payout. Frank Thomas got $480 payout yesterday. They're all going up to the next level on an instant account. So there's no challenges here. They're just all you got to do is hit profit, and that's it. You get your payout. Anyone that registers through Instant FX Capital there, you get instant funding account. You got to go through KYC and AML because you are opening a live account. Gets transferred into what you call a incubator account. In terms of trade restrictions, really simple. 10% drawdown. There's no daily loss limits. You can hedge. You can trade through news. You can do pretty much whatever the hell you want, um, because it's a live account. You don't see restrictions on live accounts, right? You don't come into your account, you don't open a brokerage account and they go, oh, you can't do this, and you can't do that, and you can't do this. Why do prop firms give you restrictions? They give you restrictions to make it harder. And the reason they want to make it harder is because they know that most people will fail then. It's like going to the casino, right? Retail traders generally fail. Statistics are you're going to fail. Um, So the ones that get paid out, prop firms are really happy to pay them out because, the more people that get paid out, the more it shows and gives the belief that you can do it. Obviously, there'll be a time where someone's just going to keep killing that vibe for the prop firm. But yeah, listen, if you're disciplined, um, and you wanna make the most of these current market conditions, you need to get as many prop accounts as possible. But just be disciplined. Wait for the setups, take the trades, and we go. So the DAX, we're waiting for buys above 22,190. Um, Bias is buys. We could look for sells below here, but below here at 22,050, my focal point will be looking for BPC setups, um, which means we'll be looking for a minimum of two bearish candles in this zone, then looking for the market to flip to buys, then we'll look to trade it, but only if we have clear candle space to the left-hand side. Above here, we've got clear candle space to the next zone up here. So we're looking for buys, okay? I've noticed movement in is way more important for profit price if you're CFD trading. No one wants to hold. Um, let the so when you're holding CFDs, there's things called swaps, which means you're going to get charged or paid overnight. So if you are trading CFDs, the last thing you want to do is hold overnight for a number of days if you're going to be getting charged. If you're going to be getting paid, then it's a different matter. You can hold as long as you want, providing the trends there, and you can see a viable reason to be in that position for a number of days or weeks. Because all you're doing is you're adding profit to the bottom line. So swaps are very beneficial to traders. They can also be a massive hindrance. So the question is, what's your trade? What you're looking at? Why are you taking it? So if you're, I don't know, if you're trading, if you're selling something with a high interest rate and buying something with a low interest rate, then you're going to get screwed on swaps. I think a lot of people fail because they don't have the tolerance for a loss. Yeah, well, yeah, totally right. I mean, look, when people trade, what are they more likely to do? They're more likely to move their profit target further away. They're more likely to move their stop loss further away. Why? Because greed. They think it's going to go further than it is. Stop loss, they move it further away because they don't want to take a losing trade. Doesn't make sense. You know, your losses you want to get as small as possible, so you trade it according to price action. Your profit, yeah, of course you want to make as much as possible, but if you don't bank anything, it's just a theoretical paper profit. You want to be taking money off the table. So you'll see my members, they're securing profits in 10 pips or 15 pips depending the market, or 20 pips depending the market. Yeah, you get look at it and go, oh, well, that's not a very big profit. It doesn't need to be big profit. You know, you look at acorns, they build oak trees, right? So you can make money with 10 pips. So last couple of weeks, I reduced my lot sizing from on gold, 3 lots down to 2 lots. Yeah, again, not massive, but done. Uh, what do we do? $8,900 in 8 days on one account and $5,297.04 in 3 days on another account. These are the ones I'm waiting to get um, waiting to in review right now. Not massive, and I'm scaling out at 10 pips. So like I'm saying, guys, these are just simple trades to take. We're just waiting for the market to provide us with the opportunity. Okay, so now if you get a 15-minute seller candle, we've got BPC setting up. I do have to go in for, I need to leave in about 12 minutes. Gotta get little one ready for school. Um, so yeah, listen, this is what we've been waiting for. So seller candle comes in. Obviously, if it comes all the way down here, then there's no setup. Now, just remember, this is the beginning part of the candle, so this could just be liquidity that's being formed before we break the high and push up a bit higher. See here, bottom wick down, break the highs. That could be what's happening. Or if it rolls over and closes bearish, we then wait for a wick up, we sell the low of that candle. So just just be patient, guys. Don't jump in, don't do anything irrational. It's just a simple process. Do you think gold is likely to bounce back to all-time highs? Um, no idea. Don't. I'm not really bothered either way, but a lot of it's going to come down to uh, what comes out with trade wars, inflationary data from the Fed, um, and Trump said obviously China buying, I can't remember what it was, I think 40 tons a week or a month. And that's obviously propping the price of gold up. But if it does continue to surge, fantastic. It's great trading opportunities. But the volatility in gold is unreal at the minute. It's moving $110 a day. Sally, thank you, darling. Well, I'm saying darling. Uh, I'm sorry, I have no idea whether you're male or female from that name. I just so apologies for being presumptuous there. So, Sally, are you male or female? This is where I kind of take the foot out of my mouth right now. I think the fact that you said you had 5 channels running at once, I was very presumptuous. Male. Ah. Right, you're definitely better at multitasking than me, mate. Well, thanks for joining us anyway. Yeah, I'll be around for 10 minutes and then I've got to go. Uh, I'm glad you're laughing at that one, Brad. Yeah, this is where my foot in mouth syndrome comes in. So look, here we go. Is this just going to break the highs and pop up higher? If so, even better. We're getting a. Remember, the best place to be taking trades is from as close to the structure as possible. So if we can push higher and then get seller candles, lovely. Um, NASDAQ. Well, I'll post some NASDAQ charts later, but we're getting close to daily 19,420 area. Aha. So I can't see, but look, bias is buys. Looking for BPC buy trades as we looked. This morning we're seeing the market coming down. We're looking for the daily chart to effectively grab liquidity. Hence, we're looking for buyers. So we're looking for it to come down, grab liquidity, and then we're looking for it to break those highs and push up in towards the 22,600 area. So this everything's mapped out, planned out. We just trade the three markets, gold and DAX through the London Open. Very, very occasionally you might get a NASDAQ trade if we've got some crazy tariff shit going on. And we've got a wicked setup. But then we'll leave the gold DAX and NASDAQ for the afternoons for US Open. No comment to that one, silly. All right. Okay. 9 minutes, guys, for this candle to close, and then there's a setup. Now, I will stick around for, let me just check baby cams. What the hell? Yeah, 8 minutes. In terms of you got 100 points of grabs if it stays like this, of clear space. So looks good. How many of you would be taking gold shorts if it sets up? So if we get a bearish candle like this, next candle starts to wick up, we'll sell the low of the bearish candle. How many of you would take that? Okay, see, I can see nice 1 hour dump on gold in gold. Now, one thing that could happen here, guys, looking at the hourly candle, remember, we're always looking at the market to see what could potentially happen. Now, this is an inside candle, doesn't tell us anything. Kind of at a support area on a lower time frame, and we have enough opportunity to trade it from where we currently sit to come back down. Not necessarily to go all the way to the bottom, but if it does, fantastic. It's about 100 points. It could just come down, create liquidity, and then come back and break the highs and push up because it's a higher time frame to then roll over and start going again. It could be just the inside candle and we continue lower. So this is why you should never be greedy with your take profits and managing trades, because ultimately, when we're looking at time frame correlation, you can see a lot of different patterns emerging from top down. So based off the 15, looking at this, if we get a wick up, we're going to sell the lows, we're going to take money off, or I say I would. But as I've told you, being totally transparent, I'm not doing any trades today. I've literally just messaged again just to see how long the review is going to take. They'll be getting sick of me. Uh, yeah, okay, so they've just replied to me. Sorry, that's why I just switched off for a second there. They've just said he's going to try and get it done today. But so, um, okay, so on that note, guys, I've got like 4 minutes and then I have to go. Um, last last little one. I'm just gonna, while we're waiting for this, I'm just gonna show you uh instant FX capital, guys. So which one is it? This one? Yeah, there we go. So instant FX capital, guys. This is what you do. You click apply now. You come down, start to fill out your name, go to submit, and then it'll take you through AML and KYC. Now, this is how it works. Whatever you deposit, so minimum deposit is 300, so that'll give you a 3K starting account. Maximum deposit is 5K, that'll give you a 50K starting account. 80% of the profit stage 1, 80% of profit stage 2, 70 in stage 3, 60 in stage 4, 50 in stage 5. Now, obviously, you can't bypass any of the stages. Only thing you need to do is stay within a 10% drawdown that is static. It doesn't move. So most prop firms, in fact, not most, literally, I think all of them, uh, your drawdown moves as you make profit. So if you make 2%, your drawdown comes up 2%. This, if you start off with a 3K account, then your drawdown is $2,700. That's it. So if you get to 3,300, you've now got a 20% drawdown. So very, very flexible. As you see, you get 80% of the profit share, stage 1, stage 2. This reduces because obviously as you're going up 200 times, so 3K, your $300 deposit, by the time you get down here is at 60K. Lovely, lovely incremental increases for you. And if you look at the tables, members have done some very interesting spreadsheets on where they can get. Now your 5K account, which starts at 50, that takes you all the way up to 1 million at stage 5. So 1 million, you're going to be taking home some serious chunky wages on that, guys, and you'll have already smashed it all the way along. Now, anything you need to know, it's all here. Um, really, really simple. It's drawdown friendly, live trading environment because you've got to go through KYC and AML. There's you can link your personal accounts to it as well. So As soon as you've got your payout comes, go straight into your personal account. Super, super easy. Nice to have everything concurrent next to one another. Right, let's have a look, see what's happened with the trade idea. Hmm, no setup. No setup, guys. Need Frankie, I'll try. I've got a wedding today, which I'd forgotten about until last night. Um, so I think I'd wait for the 30 now. Wait for the 30. The 15, that last candle didn't like it, so watch the 30, guys. If you want to trade, if you get a wick down and you wanted to buy the higher of that, is it something I would do? No. Um, reason being, uh, MCFX. Who's this? Is this someone else? Is this another new watch to the channel? If it is, I'm streaming right now. Uh, you're streaming right now, MCFX. You're waiting to long gold as well. Mate, you're streaming and you're on this channel. How the fuck are you doing that? Are you based in Australia as well? Because you guys seem to be better at multitasking than me. I can only concentrate on one thing at a time. Yeah. Yeah, so need to go and get a little DAX getting close. Yeah. Right, I'd be momentum entering this, guys. It's there you go. I'd be in that now if I was trading. Stops underneath here. Stops underneath a 15-minute candle. Looking for your 20 pips. Break even at 15. Uh, so 320. So that would be your break even point. Can I ask you something? MC, yeah, of course, mate. Ask anything. I'm not trading today, by the way. I'm just waiting for some accounts to be approved. If you're wondering why I'm not trading, normally you'll see me trade live on all streams. There you go. So that would be break even now on DAX. And that would be your TP1 just hit. I think you got to 20. Yep, that would be TP1 just hit. Anna, did you get your 20? Did you get your 15 pips? Because I know you run a slightly different target to me. Guys, we spoke about this at the beginning of the session. I told you momentum entries at 8 a.m. Be coming back. And you'd probably be stopped at break even now on the second part. Definitely stopped at break even now. So that would have been T1 and stopped at break even. Did you? No, 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 no. No, I'm not I don't have enough I don't have enough what is it, hours watched. I don't think you make much money from it, to be fair. I don't think it's like it used to be. One of my friends has a massive channel with like two million followers, and they opted not to go down the monetizing route. And they'd rather have all their videos without adverts. I know there's a few people. Oh, really? Whereabouts are you based? M MC? Are you UK or are you abroad? Guys, I do apologize. I just realized it's 8:05. I have to go and wake my little one up. Okay, interesting. I've got a school run to do now. So, um, MC, if you want to collaborate at all or just drop me a DM, my email's mark at tradeandtrain.com. Always happy to speak to people in the same industry. Surely, thanks for joining in, mate, from Australia. Nice to have some new activity on the channel. MC, welcome, mate, and well done on live streaming and jumping in on another channel. Members, Anna, Frankie, Aaron, uh, Brad, who else we got in here this morning? Peter, uh, Nigel, got chats. Who else have we seen in here this morning? Simon, take care, guys. If I can do 1 o'clock today, I'll do 1 o'clock. Andrew, take care, buddy. But I'll let you know. I'll drop a message in the members channel and I'll set it up. Okay. Cheers, Peter. Take care, bud. Bye, guys. Take care. Have a good day, and I might see you all at 1 o'clock for uh, a quick stream just before I have to head off to the wedding. All right. Bye, guys. Bye, 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 bye.